G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto 5 online money method video. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you many different ways to make millions of dollars in the game this week as a solo player. Of course, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, then leaving a like and subscribing is greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's go. Alright, money method number 1 this week in GTA 5 Online. Make your way to the Rockstar featured series icon in Legion Square and walk into the pink circle, which is the featured series this week. Press left D-pad and you will go on call for the job. You could either do that in an invite only or a public session. I would highly recommend a public session, however, but what you'll want to do as well, alternatively, if you would like to get to the Motor Wars Adversary mode, that is a brand new adversary mode that is taking place on Cayo Perico Island. You could go to your pause menu, online, jobs, play job, Rockstar created, adversary mode, and select the Motor Wars on Cayo Perico. So of course, it's very similar to the standard Motor Wars adversary mode. However, it's taking place on Cayo Perico Island now, which is pretty cool. It's paying double money, it pays out really well. You've also got the Sumo adversary mode that's paying double money in RP, a ton of fun. I would say it's not as fun as the remix version. The remix versions are still in the adversary mode section, however, they are not paying double money in RP as opposed to the regular Sumo adversary mode. You've also got, I believe it's Turf Wars that's paying double money and RP as well. That's a bunch of fun too, so give that one a go. And honestly, one of my favorite adversary modes this week, which is paying double money in RP, is Come Out to Play. This one here is very straightforward. You have the attackers, or the I think it's the running team, the runners, and you have the attackers, or the hunters. The attacking team or the runners need to try and go to the escape zone by the end of the timer and without being taken down by the hunters. The hunters will be on motorcycles. They can't leave their motorcycle. However, I believe it's around the end of the round or the game where they can leave their motorcycles for a last minute death, or last minute takeout or wipeout of the runners. So yeah, all these adversary modes, paying double money in RP this week. Give them a crack. You'll make a good amount of money and have a lot of fun along the way. Money method number 2 this week in GTA 5 Online is your regular weekly time trial casino with a part time of 1 minute. What you want to do, bring your fastest non-HSW compatible vehicle. I believe there's actually a few people saying that you can use a HSW compatible vehicle for these time trials now, so correct me in the comment section if you are using a HSW compatible vehicle for the regular time trial. What you want to do, set a waypoint to the end destination, so start up the time trial, go to your map, set a waypoint to that yellow icon on your map, and from this point you can begin your ascent to the end destination. I'm just cutting straight across the highway there. A lot of people, I was actually in a public session earlier on when I was about to do this, and I found that one guy was going around the casino and all the way around the block to get onto this part of the time trial. So it's a lot easier than that. You can just simply cut across the highway. Of course, you got to be super careful of traffic. There's going to be oncoming traffic from both sides, so you do not want to get wiped out. Once you get through that, you pretty much shave off all the time that you need to finish this time trial with enough time left, I should say. So we're getting here, a few seconds in hand, you'll complete it. It's less than a minute and you're going to make $101,000. Definitely do this. You'll only be able to do it once this week, so give it a crack, give it a go. Okay, money method number 3 this week in GTA 5 Online. You will need to own a Kasatka. So for those of you who do not own a Kasatka, you can skip on through to money method number 4 this week. But for money method number 3 this week, if you have a Kasatka, you will need to start up the Gather Intel mission. And now there's 2 ways of making money through this money method. There are 2 in particular through this Cayo Perico Gather Intel mission. So first of all, you'll need to, of course, get that duster, not the crop duster, but one of those planes, the smaller like planes, and get to Cayo Perico. I can't remember what it's called, so someone let me know in the comment section what that plane's called. But you'll see here there's some buried or some hidden stashes. You'll need to actually go to these. They'll be marked as a question mark with a white sort of vicinity or area around that, and you'll need to hold L2 whether you're on PlayStation, or I believe it's LT if you're on Xbox, and you'll need to just roam around the area. Eventually you'll hear you're getting closer. The radar detector will start beeping a lot more. Not radar detector, the metal detector. Eventually, you will see the hidden stash. You'll collect it. It's paying double money this week, so $75,000 per buried stash that you collect. And yes, 150k every day you can do this. There is also treasure chests that are paying double money RP this week. They're a little bit more difficult to find. There's a few of them around the map. I would honestly steer clear of them. Double money in RP, they're about 30k a pop. So if you want to do that, give it a crack. Overall, do these now. All right, money method number 4 this week in GTA 5 Online is the HSW time trial North Chumash with a part time of 3 minutes and 49 seconds. What you want to do is grab your fastest HSW compatible vehicle and bring it within the vicinity of the starting area. Simply press right D-pad, then go to your map and set a waypoint to the end destination, which is going to be marked as a yellow icon on your map. From this point, you can back out of the map, bring up your phone, go to job list, and then quit the job. Alternatively, you could hold triangle or Y, depending on which console you're playing on, and therefore you'll be able to respawn and your waypoint will be set. You can start the time trial and begin your ascent to the end destination. So from this point, you'll see I'm actually positioning the bike from the get-go in a totally different direction, a 180 degree angle from what the time trial is suggesting you do. We're going to go onto this highway, eventually going through this tunnel. On the other side of the tunnel, you're going to see the gas station to the left. Take a left turn. And yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I got caught up with some traffic there. Probably lost about 10 to 15 seconds there. And you're going to see here, almost lost it again. Just hanging on for dear life there on the motorcycle. But yeah, you want to take Route 68 and go all the way through this section here. Of course, keeping an eye out for traffic. Eventually, you're going to see the prison on the right-hand side here. You're going to just want to take the safest route possible through this off-road terrain here. There's going to be plenty of rocks, plenty of wooden sort of ditches that are hanging out or that are just popping out, but you are going to make up so much time through here as opposed to going on the regular road or the regular route. So you can see here, we shave off some time, we make our way onto this highway here, and eventually you want to get back on this route here. We're following the mini-map in the bottom left-hand corner as best as we can, except for that Route 68. It's basically going to tell you to turn off at so many different points, so just ignore that. Eventually, we're getting to the end of the time trial here, dipping through here, left-hand turn, cutting through the grass and the off-road trail here. Again, we're just safely, just carefully getting down the bottom here. You're going to see the most anticlimactic end here, falling off the bike. Eventually, you'll make 253k in 3 minutes. Money method number 5 this week in GTA 5 Online. Any player can do this right now. The group sex icon or the Bobcat security icon. You can make your way to either of these businesses around Los Santos or the greater region. From this point, you will need to disband as a motorcycle club president or a SecuroServe CEO and simply complete any of these missions. Not only are you going to make a good chunk sum from completing these missions, but if you complete 3 of these safeguard missions this week, you'll complete the weekly challenge and make an additional $100,000. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for making money in GTA Online as a solo player this week in the game. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share it with a friend. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.